try.
I get it, but it's silly. Ooh, what? Whoa, oh, me too. Oh, they're just like little puppies. Oh. You look like a clown. What are you doing?
What?
What's happening? What was that? This movie almost had me. This movie almost had me, and now I'm like, Okay, well, I didn't hate it. That's something. Maybe I'm just being I've been worn down by what these movies are. However, here's the problem, I think. It's still all about female anxiety. She's just hating life.
Yeah, she really looks like she's gonna throw up. I wonder why this family hasn't discovered self-tanner. Because they clearly can use hair dye. Wedding dress shot.
Right, totally.
It's for the women.
Take in something, honey, and we're just generating it from the inside out. Go to acting school. Up. And then... No idea.
She's trying to show that she sees him and then everything becomes clear and okay.
Yep, didn't get that.
This is kind of sweet. Shut up.
Yes. That was nice. I like that. He's warming up. He's got a range. It's a very narrow range, but it's widening.
It's funny, I never know what's going to touch you.
There's very little time dealt with the honeymoon, and as soon as she and Edward have they have sex for the first time.
We're getting ready for sex.
Yeah. And the music going, hey, don't think about the vampire thing, guys. This could kill her, don't think about it. She'll be an undead zombie for all time, and she's kind of a vacuous teenager, but you know, she might be making...
from within.
Right.
But don't worry.
And this will kill her because why? She gets bruised, and the room gets destroyed.
Oh. Calm down.
Edward immediately goes to, we can't do this, and he just cuts off and becomes cold.
So wait, so the whole idea is he's just not giving it up the whole rest of the time?
Yeah, it's too dangerous. Oh, she's pregnant. She gets knocked up like that, and it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a baby. Oh, this is terrible, it's a problem. Oh no, motherhood. I want my honeymoon. None of this discussion of the responsibility of a relationship. Again, if you're a 14-year-old girl, and this is the most romantic, this is like the pinnacle of the romantic thing, it's like problem, pregnancy, bad, icky.
What?
Huh? Huh?
Oh dear. God, did she just break her back? Oh. C-section? Is that what just happened?
Like,
did he like just give her a C-section?
I think so.
I also have a really big problem with how birth and labor is always portrayed in Hollywood films as horribly painful. Because that's not the case. Renesmee?
Renesmee? That's her name, is it Renesmee?
She's playing around with the two names and she just said Renee and Esme, so how about Renesmee? That's what she wants to name the kid. That's like naming a kid Bonquisha.
It's just female anxiety. Here's all the worst parts, all the terrible things, all the things you don't want, all the things that are bad. Hey, there's lots of kinky ways to make this work out great. And for it to be a problem is just so fake. It's just so fake. Like they hadn't thought of this. No? That's it?
Come on, it's for teenagers.
It's been 3 years. It was like, what a tease. Just the 2 bruises? Must not have been that good of sex. It's 2 bruises. He's a vamp. Whatever. Change her then. Fuck it. This is another non-issue. It's a non-problem. It's a non-dramatic problem. I'm thinking there's all sorts of creative ways to deal with this. It's not a problem. You have eternity, you know? It's like you're 100 years old. You can figure this shit out. You've got eternity. You can work it out. You don't have to get all fucking emo about, I bruised my wife. Of course you bruised your wife. You didn't turn into a vampire. You know it's a risk. Oh no, I bruised you. That's not the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that happened is you could have snapped her neck and you didn't snap her neck and you just gave her a couple bruises. That's what people who aren't vampires do when they have really awesome sex. They get bruises. But that solves the problem being on top. Then he's not on... Then he does this. Wow, he's 100. I'm not 100. I can think of all kinds of ways to go around this problem creatively that would be freaking awesome. Oral sex. Oral sex. No, no. You should tuck in bed. Let's play chess. No hand jobs for me. That would be weird. I might hurt you. It might... There are alternatives. Or super controlled, connected, spiritual, romantic, non-loss of control, intimate sex. That would suck. That would be fun. Think of all the pervy, awesome vampire human sex that you know they want to have.
Yeah, like in the air.
Hello.
Totally have sex up a tree.
Hey, let's get naked. Let's mount up and let me do that stupid run through the forest thing. That'd be hot. Oh, you didn't enjoy. You shouldn't have said that.
That's what you just said?
He said I didn't enjoy myself. Oh, okay. I mean, that cake was so good.
Your dress was amazing.
It's fab. It's still skimming the surface of an unbelievably rich idea. It's a rich idea and it just needs to be told with more love and knowledge and wisdom about people, about men and women. There's very little wisdom or knowledge. It's as though this woman who wrote this has never been in anything but unhealthy relationships. I didn't mind the baby imprinting thing. I think people are just kind of childish about that. This whole, he wants to have sex with the baby because people are putting it in high school terms. So even the twihards or the people who like this stuff who think that's kind of tacky that he likes the baby, it's like, grow up. It's about, the whole imprinting idea is not about sex. It's about a man being devoted. It's just adoration. It's just love.
Yeah, he's not going to be sleeping with her before.
Now fuck the babies. Not even that, I don't even think that's what's suggested. When men are devoted, they will be devoted forever. That's why they are so wishy-washy, because they don't want to devote themselves until they want to get devoted for real. And once they devote themselves for real, woo.
They imprint.
They imprint, it's true. And it has one heck of an ending. The spoiler alert is that, you know, Bella's eyeballs open at the end, and it's pretty effective. Best one so far, still has all the same problems. It's benefited from the bulk of storytelling that's come before it, but it's still not great.
So Patrick, what do you think about this whole Kristen Stewart affair hubbub?
First of all, it's true. It's a disgusting double standard. The guy is the person who should be excoriated the most. But actually we shouldn't even say his name because he shouldn't get any press because fuck that guy. But it's important to remember too that there are a lot of women who are disappointed with Kristen Stewart. And it's not because it's because I think the bigger issue here is celebrity. Yes, it's terrible that she's getting slut-shamed publicly, and it's not fair. And it's not fair that this guy's getting off scot-free. But the bigger issue is women should not be identifying themselves with an actress. She's just some 17-year-old, 16, I don't know how old, 20-year-old, 21, 22-year-old girl. She's okay. She's in this piece that's being shoved down their face that's totally connected to their understanding of their sexuality and their understanding of men and their understanding of feelings. So it's very close, but the dirty trick, the thing we're not talking about is she's a celebrity and we shouldn't care. So Maya, you and I, we've been around. We've seen pop culture normalize certain things sexually. This is the first time it's ever been normalized for a young generation of girls having sex with an older man, a man who's 20 to 25 years older than you, who's got a husband. Now it's a thing. It's psychologically on the map as a sexual thing to do. I know it sounds obscure, it sounds vague, but we forget, the older we get, that we've seen this stuff our lives, but all our lives, but a 14, 15, 16-year-old girl probably doesn't have this as a frame of reference. And if their hero, their romantic, oh, I'm Kristen Stewart, that's like me. If she does that, it puts it on the map for them as maybe a thing. It gives them training wheels for 50 Shades of Grey, which is kind of what I think the Twilight movies are. So it's better, I guess. Is that a ringing endorsement? I don't know. Have I lost credibility? I've lost all my credibility.
One thumb down.
I've lost all of my cool points because I didn't thrash this movie, I guess.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Into this beautiful life, I think it'd be nice with you.
And by the way, men don't do that shoulder thing. That doesn't happen in real life.
Bumping shoulders?
No, that's accompanied by a fight. That no one does. Oh, that guy. That doesn't happen. It's like, hey, whoa, come on. That happens like all the time. I have a shoulder.